Hi guys, welcome back to episode DB Cars, and today's episode I'll be showing you guys GetGo BMW X2. So let's dive straight to this video right now. Alright then, so here is guys the BMW X2 from GetGo itself. So I'll be showing you guys the exterior damages for this vehicle there's any before I show you guys the trunk space and as well as interior for it itself. So let me just start off with the exterior damages for this vehicle there's any, starting out with the front of the vehicle itself. For time being, there is no obvious damage which I can notice for the vehicle itself, which is quite good since this was just introduced at the start of the year. So it's definitely been looked after well by BMW itself. But fortunately, it does have some minor scrape with the rims itself on the side itself. Oh yeah, and speaking of side, I'm now showing you guys the driver's side of the vehicle itself. So driver's side, there isn't any obvious damage to it, which is quite good. Plus, this also is the M Sport package. It does come, it comes with the M Sport package itself. So yeah, moving along to the side, you guys can see there's no, how do I say? The door handle isn't like the typical one, which is can just reach out. This is more flush into making more aerodynamic itself. So to access it, just need to. It might take some time in learning to get used to this new type of door handle, but you can just grab hold on it and pull it and you're able to get in itself. So basically that's that. Moving along to the back, you got your fuel door right here, which is on the right hand side behind the driver itself. Just press on it. There's no fuel door latch to access it. Just press on the bottom part of the fuel door right here and you're able to access your petrol tank itself. So yeah, moving along to the rear of the vehicle, there isn't any obvious damage to the back, which is a good thing. And also you got your reversing camera right here itself for the X2 itself. Alright, moving lastly to the passenger side, no obvious damage other than maybe being a little bit dirty right here. Maybe there's a scrape, not too sure if this been hit or what, but you see some scratch right there. Side looks still okay to me, which is a good thing. And other than that, I think that's basically that for this vehicle itself. If you guys didn't know already, this is actually the second generation BMW X2 from BMW itself. They definitely redesigned the X2 completely, which make it very different from the first generation itself. One thing I really like about the new X2 itself is it has this design here right here, which looks it's like maybe taken from the M3 itself or the 3 series, where you can definitely see there's some out right here, and the airflow goes channel airflow itself, which is very cool itself. And over on the front of it looks extremely nice itself. And that, let me just show you guys the trunk space for the vehicle right now. So to access the trunk space for the vehicle itself, you can just basically push the BMW inwards and the electronic tailgate will open up itself. Basically that's that. Once open up, you're able to access whatever thing you want to put in or take out itself. And also it does come with the partial shelf. Thankfully, if you do not want this, you could actually remove this, and usually the way to do it is to put it right down below there itself. If not, actually this could actually be put below and you can have even more space load onto itself. If not, once you're done with it, and if let's say the GetGo does provide you with the key, you're actually able to lock the vehicle itself. If not, you can just press on this and the trunk will just close itself. So basically that's that itself. Alternatively, if you do not want to open the trunk from the outside, the other way, which I can show you guys, is apologize for that. Another way is just by pulling on this. Pull and hold. So, the other way. Yeah, the other way. Push forward itself, and you're able to access the trunk itself. Let me see if you're able to close it with this button itself, which is do the opposite round. Yeah. You have to hold it itself. If you were to let go halfway, the trunk will just stop itself. So basically, push down, it'll go up, pull up, and hold to completely close the trunk itself, which is quite cool. So yeah, and that, let me just show you guys the rear of the car right now. Alright then, now let me just show you guys the rear of the X2 itself. So stepping right into the vehicle itself, one thing before I step in is you got to take note not to hit this part of the vehicle itself, but just duck your way in and jump right into the rear. And this is basically what you're being greeted with in the rear of the X2 itself. And first impression wise, it is extremely stunning itself. The rear, the overall finish is just amazing itself. But let me just get straight to what I want to say. So basically, you got your storage net on both sides, for the driver and passenger side, and you're able to put stuff here if you want to. Same for below right here. If you want to put your stuff, you're able to put your stuff. I don't know what thing you want to put right down below it, but if you want, you probably could put maybe a power bank right here if you want to itself. I don't know. Moving along, you got some storage pocket at the side right here if you want to put your stuff. Same goes for the other side. And if you're able to see quite nicely, there's also a cutout for your drinks if you want to put your drinks here. And if I'm not wrong, this is the same thing for the rear itself. Mostly it does, I would say it somewhat does the job of holding the water bottle in, but this is a smaller water bottle itself, so it might struggle to hold it in properly. I think if it is a bigger water bottle itself, it would hold it in much better itself, but oh well. Alright, moving along, next up, you got your window switches right here and your door release handle to get out the vehicle if you want to. But with this stunning interior, I don't think I would even want to get out of it itself. So yeah, next up, you got grab handle to grab on all four sides of the vehicle, and just only for the back, you got a very nice cold hook which you can hook your stuff on if you want to. And basically that itself, if you got hanger, you can actually technically do so itself. So yeah, also in the rear, it does come with air vent if you want to blow yourself, as well as to charge your device, which is a USB Type-C outlet itself. And okay, next up, let me just talk about the space for the vehicle itself. In terms of space wise, this is how much space it has. I got about fist of legroom space wise. Let me just sit up straight, sorry. Okay, I got about fist and maybe 2 fingers of legroom space wise for the vehicle. Headroom space wise is about a fist of headroom space wise, which is not that bad, but at the same time, still okay, to be honest. It's on par with some of the other vehicles that I tested in the past itself. So yeah, moving along, let's move to the, before I show you guys the center seat. The center seating also, the center seating does come with options to put down, to rest your arm on if you want to, if you want to, and just carry 4 people exclusively itself. So yeah, alternately, you can just put your drinks right here if you want to, and this spot actually holds the drink much better than the door bin which I showed you guys earlier on. So if you're going corners, this definitely would not spill itself because it has this thingy on all 4 sides of the vehicle itself. So yeah, alright, now let me just show you guys the center seating for the vehicle itself. Alright, sitting in center, one thing you definitely do notice is you're sitting in the middle of the seat itself, because there's definitely some cutout of the seat on either side to indicate that you are sitting in the center itself. You're not sitting on the left, not sitting on the right itself. So yeah, space, the legroom space size also same thing I mentioned in my past videos. Actually, it kind of depends on how the people in front adjust their seat itself. If they adjust all the way to the back, then the people in the back will suffer itself, because there isn't much legroom space right left itself. But as a time being, this is being set to my current driving position, and this is based off the previous renter or previous passenger that sat in the front itself. So about a fist of legroom space size on the left, and same for the right hand side itself, which is not too bad itself. Headroom space size, it is slightly worse because you're more closer towards the roof itself, so your headroom will definitely be compromised itself. So yeah, I would say about 3 to 4 fingers of headroom space wise for the X2 sitting in the middle, but other than that, it's not that bad itself lah. Last but not least, just got the lighting which can turn on and turn off with the touch of the button. Other than that, that's basically that for the vehicle itself. Now let me just jump to the front, and before I jump to the front, it also comes with ISO fixing point, which is quite visible to locate, and you can just lift up the plastic thingy right there and put in your child seat if you want to itself. So yeah, Alright, so yeah, this is how the interior of the X2 looks like before I show you guys the front. But other than that, let me just get out the vehicle right now and I'll show you guys the front of the X2 itself. So let's jump straight to that right now. Alright, then now let me just show you guys the interior for the BMW X2 itself. So basically, this is how the dashboard looks like for the vehicle itself. So let me just start off with the storage space you get for the vehicle itself. So basically, you got one very, I would say, a decent sized amount of storage space for the vehicle itself. As I remember from reviewing BM, usually they have, I'm not too sure what this plastic thing here does itself. Plus, in my opinion, it does eat up into space itself. So not too sure what this does, but I think if I were to put my entire bag in it, it shouldn't be any issue either itself. But moving along, next up you got a storage space right here, which you could put your phone if you want to. So, or actually technically designed for a phone, so actually you could put a phone here, and this thing right here can be used as to hold the phone in itself, so that it won't fly around when corners tightly itself. Moving along, you got two cup holders right here. For time being, storage for my junk. Moving right down below this floating center console, you got more storage space right below it, which is quite nice. So if you want, let's say you do not want to put your small bag in it, you could actually technically put them right here, which is quite useful itself. Moving along, you got storage space on either side of the vehicle, on the door bin itself. So basically, this is the storage space that comes with the X2, which is a decent size. Next up, you got another smaller and more narrower storage space, which is right here itself. So by pressing on this button right here, it will give you this very narrow storage space itself. Unfortunately, you can't really put a phone, neither a wallet in it. At the most, if you want to put your stuff, your phone and your wallet, most probably will just throw them right below here itself. Here is mainly, I think, for your receipt or your other rubbish. If you want to throw them right here, you can just throw them right here itself. So yeah, fortunately, it's not like some, I can't remember what brand it is, where one where this top part you can open this way, which is the one I just showed you, just like this. There's not, I was hoping it can open this way as well, so that it's easier, it's more easier, and it's more accessible for both the driver and the passenger, the front passenger itself. But oh well. Oh yeah, the stop start is being activated. Okay, let's move on to the controls you get on the center console itself. So basically, these are the controls you get for the center console for the X2 itself. So basically, on the left, you got your drive selector right here, reverse, neutral and drive, and sports mode, as well as your P to park the vehicle itself. So in order to select gear, it's very simple, like the old-fashioned method. Put on the brake and just twist and just select it down all the way to drive, and all the way up for reverse, and one time up or one time down for neutral itself. To go into park for the X2 itself, is just to press on this button itself. First impressions wise, you might think this might be the parking brake or the handbrake or the electronic handbrake, but no, this is the way to go to the P mode to park the vehicle itself. I was also struggling just now when I was figuring out how do I put the vehicle into P itself. Turns out it's just by pressing this button, and that's it itself. Moving along, at the top, you got your engine start stop button to turn on and turn off the vehicle. You got your parking cameras right here, so you have to press on that. You're able to see your cameras right here. If not, you could also see an assist view where you can see the distance. You got the full camera right behind, which is very, very clear, which is a very nice thing for this itself. Next up, I would rather keep with this. This is quite useful itself, and it's also technically able to do start reversing system, where the vehicle will backtrack its route which it just came from itself. So yeah, to disable that, just press on this again and it will disable the cameras on the vehicle itself. Moving along, you got my mode, which is basically the drive selector mode for the vehicle itself. So by pressing on this, it will go to this three mode, which is personal, which is just the normal mode, sports mode, and efficient, which is just the eco mode for the X2 itself. At the time being, I'm in efficient, which is how the dashboard look like. If I go to sport, it will go to this. Then let me just go back to let me just show you guys personal, which is this itself. Unfortunately, you can't really customize much on the gauge itself. Mainly the only thing you can adjust is the instrument layout, which I'll show you guys more on it later on itself. So yeah, next up, you got your this is mainly for this itself, which is the driver assistant. We got all this information right here, as well as the drive chain strategy, which is mainly to deactivate stop start and activate the drive off support. I'm not too sure what's that, maybe for the towing function for the vehicle itself, which I won't touch on it. Moving along, you got the auto brake hold function, which is right here, which is very useful in certain scenarios. You got a headlight button right here, your volume control button for the infotainment, and your skip track itself, which is right here itself. This is one area you can, one part of it which you can adjust the volume as well as skip track itself, if let's say you do not want to use the wheel itself. Moving along, you got two USB Type-C port right here, and on the other side a 12-volt socket outlet port right there itself. So yeah. Moving along, next up you got your AC vents right here, and you got your front and rear defrosting option, and your sled to close this enormous air vent right here itself. If you're wondering how do you adjust the AC controls or temperature for the vehicle itself, you just need to click on the fan icon right here, and basically it will show you guys all the different functions of the AC itself, and you can just select accordingly itself. So yeah, and you just press on this on either side to increase the passenger or temperature, or you can sync it to make it even on both sides itself. So yeah, if you want more information, you can just play around with the vehicle itself, which I will drop the location right down below itself. So yeah, okay, let me just talk about the vehicle infotainment right now, which is right here itself. So basically, the thing you'll be seeing when you turn on the vehicle is this is how it looks like itself. This vehicle comes with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you're able to connect your phone wirelessly to the vehicle infotainment, and you're able to use that function which I mentioned to you just now itself. If not, you could technically use the built-in navigation system from BMW itself, but if not, you can just connect your phone itself. And there's more information right here. If you want to see more about it, you can definitely play around with it itself, which I will drop the location of the vehicle, same thing in the description box below itself. Alright, moving along, next up on the right hand side of the infotainment screen, you got the various shortcut keys for the cars, the vehicle infotainment, which is media, telephone, and navigation. Those are the three things that you can do with it. Other than that, you just got your back button at the top, which is really nothing much itself. So yeah. Alright, moving along, next up I'll be talking about the wheel itself. So this is how the X2 wheel look like. The feeling when you hold on to the wheel is very chunky and big itself. It's not like some of the older BMW I reviewed in the past, like the 218i Active Tourer, the 216i Grand Tourer, and other various BMW. The wheel is more thinner itself and more easier to hold. Now the newer BMW, their wheel is much more chunkier and thicker itself. So yeah, that's one thing you gotta note for this new BMW itself. Alright, let's talk about the buttons on the wheel itself. In the center, you got your horn, which is a very typical location. On the left, you got your cruise control button itself. So to activate cruise control, just press on this. Then you just set the speed, then you just increase and decrease right here. The mode right here is basically, you can see the select, basically got speed limiter and cruise control itself, but at the time being, cruise control is not available because the vehicle is not in motion itself. So yeah, same thing as speed limiter and speed cruise control, you're able to adjust the speed via this function right here itself. So yeah. Alright, on the other side is your volume control switch right here. Got your various shortcut keys. This is shortcut keys for the infotainment. So basically you have to, sorry, not that. You got shortcut keys for this right here itself, which you're able to adjust accordingly itself. This I already mentioned, which is the content where you're able to adjust the vehicle itself. So you're able to see that. Basically all the various functions right here itself. If you want to know more information, so yeah. If not, you're also able to adjust the rev gauge and speedo itself right here itself, which is very amazing. It's quite cool itself. And you got your voice command right here and the pickup call right here itself, which is quite standard for most cars itself. Alright, now let's talk about the pedal shifter for the vehicle itself. Pedal shifter for the vehicle, you got this very nice pedal shifter right here. And on the left hand side, you can see there's a boost function. So basically to activate the boost function for the X2 itself, you just hold on to the back pedal of the downshift pedal. The downshift pedal, just hold it in for a few seconds, and there'll be this screen that pop up showing you the amount of boost available for a few seconds, like maybe 10 seconds. After that, that's all you can get itself. So that's basically that for the vehicle. Next up is you got your indicators right here itself, if I could show you properly. So basically your indicators are, one thing I like about the new BMW now is gone are the days where the indicators for the BMW is very tricky itself. I don't understand how to even use it itself. But now the new BMW is, if you want to indicate left or indicate right, you just hold down and it will just hold its position itself. The older BMW itself, if I remember correctly, is you have to hold it, you just press down one time and it will signal continuously itself. To cancel the signal, you need to press up one more time, then it will cancel the signal. Same for, yeah, that's that itself. To flash a high beam, just need to pull back to flash a high beam itself, and that's basically that. Activate high beam, just need to push forward itself when the main headlights are turned on itself. So yeah. On the other side now, I'll be talking about the wiper stop. So basically you got your front wiper stop right here itself, which you're able to adjust all the way up, one time down for another one, and in the center for auto wipers itself. When it is raining, the vehicle can automatically detect it and activate the wipers accordingly itself. So yeah. And to watch the windscreen wiper, just need to pull on this and you watch the windscreen itself. So yeah. Alright, last but not least, you got some buttons right there itself, which is basically your fog light, your auto headlight, and your instrument brightness, which is right here itself, and you're able to adjust that right there itself. So basically that's that. Alright, moving along, you got your window switches for the 4 windows. These when people from rolling down the windows, and you got your mirror adjusting for left or right hand side right here. So if you want to adjust the left, you just press on the left and you're able to adjust it. Once done, then just leave it itself, because there's no way to deactivate that function itself. To fold the mirrors in, just press on this and the mirrors will just fold in just like that. Press again to unfold. So that's that. Alright, and you got your locking and unlocking function for the car doors right here itself. So yeah, right beneath right there you got your hood release to access the engine bay if you want to. Double pull on it to access it itself, typical BMW fashion itself. Right there you got your trunk release access, so if you do not want to get out of the vehicle to open up trunk, you can just do so via that and just walk on back and access the trunk immediately itself. So yeah, and that's basically that for the controls in the vehicle itself. Just lastly, you just got a very nice sun visor right here with a nice mirror. Same goes for the passenger side, as well as it is able to swivel to the right hand side to block the sun coming from the right, and the left hand side to cover the sun coming from the left hand side itself. So yeah. Alright, lastly, to adjust the steering wheel itself, just pull on this lever and you're able to adjust the steering wheel. You're able to increase the height and how forward, how back you want the steering wheel to be itself. So that's that. Once done, then just lock it in, and that's that for the steering wheel. To adjust the seat itself, it is electronic operator itself. So basically is these controls right here, forward, back. You can increase the height, decrease the height, the angle of the seat right here, as well as the memory seat function for the vehicle itself, if you want to set it to your own preference itself. Alright, before I end off the video itself, let me just talk about this beautiful seat itself. One thing is the seat, the design of the seat is very nice itself, plus it holds you in very snug itself when you're accelerating through tight corners itself. And B, the two-tone combination and stitching of the seat is very nice. You got this white outer finish with the blue or grey inside with the somewhat orange or red looking stitching, which is very very nice to the overall exterior look of the vehicle itself. So yeah, and if I'm just ready, you're also able to adjust, increase, extend this if you want to itself, and the same for the driver's side if you want to itself. If not, you just close it itself. So yeah, and that's that for the vehicle itself. If you guys enjoy the video itself, do click the subscribe button down right. Oh yeah, sorry, before I end off the video itself, you also got the lighting function, which you can turn on or turn off right here, and both center light is right here, and I think this to adjust the lighting itself. But yeah, back to what I'm saying. If you guys enjoy the video itself, do click the subscribe button down right below to see more videos like this, or click subscribe and click my 2 other videos. And with that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace. Alright, so yeah, this is another cool feature that comes with this X2 itself, which is the flood lighting beneath the mirror itself. So it will show it right here when it's in a dark environment itself. So yeah, other than that,